Hey everybody. Yeah, I figured I'd do another one. These seem easy enough to do now with the system that I have got set up here. So, DOS prompt. We're gonna play Gods today for the MS-DOS Tandy 1000 platform. Make sure I got my volume all the way down. Here we go. It's different to hear it with that PSG sound chip. Master System had one too, so gotta enjoy that opening. I didn't have an Amiga, I didn't have an ST, I had a Tandy 1000. I consider it its own platform in a lot of senses. Sorry, I had a little puff before this. I'm going to ramble for a minute because of that. But, yeah, no, so 16 colors. I think this is running 320 by 200. Now, Tandy Video 2 was 640 by 200. Those are high resolution 16 colors. But essentially, you know, CGA with all the colors at once. But higher resolutions were capable. And 8-Bit Guy laid it out as there's a 3-sound PSG, but there's also a PC speaker and a noise channel. And on top of that, there's an ADC/DAC. That's not something in my beard. That's the white. Oh my god, I need to trim my beard. But yeah, they all had the same basic capability though. 16 colors at 320 by 200 with 3-sound plus noise and PC speaker. And the most common models are at least 640K or 512K. I had the 1000RL. Mine didn't have the hard drive, but it did have the RAM expansion. So, what's his name? Talking Classics or no, that's Keith Apicary. But it's the guy who went on to be the pilot or what have you. He had his RL with the hard drive, and he's like, oh, well, this sucks. You can only play the sound or the graphics at the same time. You can't have both. It's like, you can if you have the RAM expansion. The RAM expansion was for VRAM. So it's supposed to be system RAM, but back then you didn't really count it. So it was straight VRAM. So it had 128K of graphics power, even in that little lowly RL. So, and the DAC, I'm going to play Carmen Sandiego. We're in the world's Carmen Sandiego, the DOS version on there, and it uses the Tandy DAC. It's like the Kovac speeching or the Disney Sound Source, except it has direct DMA and direct CPU access. So there's that. That's not off the serial port. All right, so let's start here. Thought I'd let you guys get the whole intro there, and let me get my ramble out. Very simple controls: up to jump, action button, and that's your lot. But you're not taking a hit graphically. You think CGA 4 colors. I'm going to play that one at some point, but this... So yeah, like, this is actually pretty damn nice looking, I have to say. Like, I've played this quite a bit, and this is like one of my absolute favorite games on the Tandy now to pick up. I gotta say, they like... Some companies would not bother to do a Tandy conversion, even though it was probably one of the most common overall of platforms, because the Tandy computers were so cheap and so, like, for what they did. No, he didn't hit me. Okay, and I get my twin shot now. But I mean, like, yeah, it was a really an easy way to do some gaming on the cheap, as well as some productivity. Like, unlike other kids growing up back in the day, I actually used my computer that I asked for games for homework. Well, actually, this all kind of fell in my lap. Tell you a story about my Tandy now. Oh no, I didn't let it come out far enough. Oh, and I just took a hit on the chin for it. So it was late 1990. It was only a couple months. Oh, I forgot to do the switch. It was a couple. No, it was August. I was gonna say a couple months into summer, but it was the third month of summer, basically August. And my mother was working at a local health commission. And my father was a seasonal salmon fisherman, commercial salmon fisherman in the summertime. So we were financially in the summertime, we were okay. And in the wintertime, he was a heavy equipment operator on the base, and he was doing pretty okay there too. But a coworker of hers, she was a coworker, had said, we bought this computer a few months ago with her tax return, and we don't really do anything with it. You want to buy it? And she asked me to come by and look at it. I was like, ooh, we were getting a computer. The last computer we had was a Commodore VIC-20, and it blew its stack in 85. It had one of those suicide power supplies. I was telling my brother about it. I was like, you know how Mom blamed you for fucking with the Commodores? Yeah. No, that's not your fault. They had power supplies that when they died, they would take the computer with them. And, anywho. Is there a certain... Oh, no, go over here. Anyway, so we hadn't had a computer in a good half a decade in the house. And I was like, Tandy 1000. I was like, what? This must be like the one we had at school. And it was. We had the HX in the library. And I thought to myself, well, there must be some cool games I can play on this thing. And I thought about, yeah, there must be. So I was like, yeah, we should buy it. And Mom paid it $900 for the whole keyboard, mouse, monitor, the CM5 or the CM6, the high resolution version anyway. And I get it. There we go. Even had like the desk and the little side desk thing, and the Tandy 4-color dot matrix printer, which we never really got to use much of for it. I tried a few things, but it just didn't quite work right. I think it was a defect in the printer itself, or they broke it. I don't know. It worked for black and white, which was fine. It just, and yeah, there we go. This game handles and plays fine. I'm just sitting down playing this awesome game. And just talking about my experiences with the Tandy. But yeah, I had that thing going into college. And I used to play The Voice, Deskmates Write or Word. I'm trying to remember what they exactly actually called it. It's been so long. It's been, well, my God, close to 30 years since we got the computer. I'm getting hammered here. I keep forgetting there's all those things. I'm going to die. But, oh, they're tough. I discovered a few friends around who had access to early internet as well as stockpiles of discs, and so I was able to get a bunch of games. I never got like a lot of cool ones like Zelliard. I only found out about now, and same thing with Trapdoor. Can he? I can't remember how I did it exactly. I'm gonna probably die. There we go. So back to the beginning. But yeah, we had a computer for years and it was so great. Like Tandy color. Oh, there it is. I left a key behind. I bet you. That's what I needed. But yeah, the graphics and sound were quite adequate. If I knew about games like this, I got and feel like, you know, I go to the store and there'd be the floppy on the on the rack kind of thing, and just a little cello wrap that you hang on the hanger. And yeah, there we go. So you needed the key. And yeah, I would get games like that a lot of times, but I because there was only a limited, especially gaming magazines you'd get back in the isolated days of my hometown. Oh, you kill me here, Smalls. Jesus Christ. see what that far in the checklist. So yeah, it was limited to find out about games like this, and like there was a bit of an ST crowd because my cousin and his friends growing up. But myself personally, like I was stuck with MS-DOS because all my friends had DOS. Nobody had even bothered with the Commodore side of things or the like since the mid '80s in my area. A few people, like I said, still probably had a Commodore here and there, but they were probably just collecting dust at that point. Most everybody was MS-DOS by the mid '90s in my area for sure, and the early '90s even. And oh man, this is killing me. No, don't do it again. But yeah, this game, oh man. Okay, so that's my arc. Hey, look. Oh no! Oh, I left the thing behind. Oh no, and it's game over. But yeah, the Tandy was my childhood. This is a great, well, my teen years, I should say. But this is a great game for it being that. Let's see. Let's see you do my usual cheeky. Oh yeah, I got a line name here. I'm gonna do the hot tub time machine thing. What's that, Carter? See what I wrote there? Dicks and butts. But you gotta make it like really attitude. Dicks and butts. So somebody knows that wasn't left in by a programmer. Hey, I'm number 2 here. But yeah, that's Gods on MS-DOS. Totally awesome conversion. I'm gonna do Rastan, I think, next for DOS, because that is actually a really good conversion, and with the sound and everything, it's like a bit of a better version of the Master System, although you're dealing with a different aspect ratio. But yeah, that's one thing I like about my Tandy 1000 games. They really were pretty damn decent looking. Leisure Suit Larry, oh my god, I stayed up to all hours of the night on Friday nights when I was like in grade 10 and play that. And like, we're talking 94, I was in grade 10? Yeah, 94, 95. Yeah, because I graduated in 97. So, yeah, I used to sit up play that all the time, man. We got a 486 in like 98, 99, my folks. I was in college and I was home for trips, but yeah. So we had the Tandy for a long time, and I think my aunt has ours now, so I'm going to try to find out next trip I'm home. If she does, I want to get it back from her and get a GoTech and start just playing actual, just genuine hardware stuff. I got the space for it here. Barely, but I do. Alright, so yeah, I think I'll probably give Rastan a go. Dave says I should be playing RoboCop by Ocean, and that's probably going to be next one. See how that works out, a shooting platformer. And yeah, this is what I like about this thing, my little time machine, I call it, my Sega Mega Pi. And I'm going to do video on it soon. It's my high school years and earlier, just encapsulated, including some stuff I just encountered. And that the only few things that aren't on this are, I played a fair bit of the Atari Jaguar and Jaguar CD growing up as a teenager. My cousin had both. Nothing past the Tandy, like personally. We had an EGA machine with 640K, and it was just basically a productivity machine. But we didn't really game on that thing. I tried out a couple things at the EGA graphics. It was literally, we had set up his mom's work machine with a nice little mechanical Alps keyboard and everything. It was more like an XT style one with the function keys on the side. Like, that thing was nice. It was an Atari branded one. Look at this, like, 16 colors and you can't go wrong. They programmed this thing beautifully. Really knew how to use the hardware. But yeah, besides that, the Jaguar, and like I said, like a few 486 and that class games I started encountering in high school. Really, this is my lot for stuff. Even PlayStation. This thing plays PlayStation fine. If anybody's wondering, a Pi 1B will play, and by virtue of that, a Pi Zero will, but you can't use the core version of PCSX Rearmed. You have to use the 9-core version. I think it's in experimental. And make sure you're running a bit of an overclock. My Pi 1B here is doing 1.1 gigahertz. Constant. If I'm talking a little funny, I injured my tongue. I bit it the other day, so the tip's a little bit funny. But yeah. I think I'm going to start playing more Tandy 1000 games. The ones I never got to play when I was growing up because of being poor. Floppies were still premium back then. But yeah, I guess that's my game and that's my waffle, and I'm gonna throw up something next, like that Rastan from Taito, from the Taito collection. Taito. See y'all later.